Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet were announced just a few days ago, and now that the internet's had a chance to kind of dive a little deeper, there seems to be an incredible secret behind the Generation 9 of Pokemon games. Let's dive in. Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka A-Drive, bringing you guys a brand new video today, and today we are talking Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. What else is new? Generation 9, I'm so excited about it. And I was digging around on the internet and I actually found something that I found absolutely bonkers. A secret that I feel like this is just some crazy stuff, man. You're gonna have to stick with me on this one because it's actually insane. And I think you're gonna see all the pieces kind of come together once I connect the dots for you. So be sure to hit that like button down below, and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys are new so you don't miss out on our epic Pokemon content. But we gotta just dive in because there's some crazy stuff to take a look at. Before we dive in, I want to thank my friends at HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. With HelloFresh, you can get mouth-watering seasonal recipes and fresh, pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door. This is America's #1 meal kit. Outside of this sponsorship, I'm legit a HelloFresh customer. I love this plan. There are so many recipes each week to choose from, and I get to experiment with trying new foods that taste phenomenal. Enjoy some clips of me cooking on my live stream with HelloFresh while I tell you more. HelloFresh takes the intimidation out of cooking by breaking things down and keeping it simple with their recipes. They've got more 5-star reviews than any other meal kit, so you know you're gonna get something amazing. Let's not forget how much time HelloFresh saves you at the grocery store and in food prep. And I love that you don't end up with food waste since the ingredients are pre-portioned. Use my link or go to HelloFresh.com and use code POGADRIVE YT16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes plus free shipping. Gifts include free appetizers, free desserts, and free premium recipes, so you don't want to miss out. And as I said, I'm a huge fan of HelloFresh and I encourage you to give it a try. Thanks again to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Let's get into it. Okay, so here we go, and I feel like you gotta stick with me on this one, all right? Don't just jump away because it sounds crazy. Eclipse made a post on Twitter talking about the Nandos restaurants, and this is a restaurant chain, and they're saying that Nandos inspired Masuda and Game Freak in creating Pokemon Scarlet, and then goes on to explain why. While at Nandos, Junichi Masuda tweeted back in October 2019 that he was eating there, where he met Barcy, which is the little rooster. It's the mascot of the restaurant and the potential new rooster Pokemon that I talked about in a previous video, which, by the way, if you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend it. Barcy is the inspiration of the rooster of Barcelos and has always been a symbol of good faith, justice, and good fortune. The region inspiration is Spain, Barcelona, Portugal, and don't forget that the rooster Pokemon he wanted to create and reveal with his past interviews. So this is tying it all together, right? So not only is he at Nandos in 19, but going all the way back to 16, I believe he talked about this rooster Pokemon that he wanted to create one day. What's even crazier about all this is Masuda has tweeted about Nandos multiple times. Going back to August 28, 2015, he made this post saying, "I love Nandos." He then, on the same day, posts a picture of his meal and some of kind of the artwork and everything for Nandos sitting at his table. To take it another step further, September 30th, 2019, years later, he posts lunch Nandos, and then he's gonna have his lunch and do his best in the afternoon. So I was able to find 4 different instances of Junichi Masuda tweeting about Nandos over the last few years. That's a pretty crazy thing. It very well may be one of his favorite restaurants to eat at, and it just so happens that he wanted to make a Pokemon game inspired by it. Further, this is where things get crazy, man. Like, there are 2 particular fonts used by this restaurant chain, and they look so incredibly similar to the fonts used in the official logos for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Look at this, like for real. They legitimately have these 2 fonts that are used by Nandos, and they look so similar of the fonts of Scarlet and Violet, which, by the way, very uniquely use different fonts for their logos, which was something that we kind of pointed out that was very different from previous Pokemon games. Both of these fonts come from the Southern Africa regions, which one was hand designed by a Southern African writer called Marx Salamu, and the other one come from the directional street signs in Johannesburg in South Africa, where the vibrant city is where Nandos was ultimately born, kind of paying homage to their roots. So these fonts have importance for Nandos, but I find it very peculiar that these fonts are so similar to the fonts that ultimately are utilized in the logos for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. The next thing is really interesting. We talk about the starter Pokemon, Fuecoco. So when we talk about some more Nandos tie-ins here, the Nandos team wanted to create their official color for their branding. So they took a bucket of African bird's eye chili and they asked Manny Peterson, a South African color specialist, to determine the exact color of what they call peri peri, which is the African bird's eye chili. They call their new original color Peri Red. So Masuda took inspiration from this to create Fuecoco, and now perhaps we can confirm that the exact pepper that is based, Fuecoco is based off of might be the African bird's eye chili. So it's very possible that this signature color and this signature pepper that's being utilized by Nandos could have been what inspired Fuecoco, which is very clearly based off a pepper. A lot of people are speculating a ghost pepper, but it may ultimately be this African bird's eye chili pepper. What's even further interesting, as Eclipse points out, is that there are special drinks created by Nandos, and they're all based on 3 particular fruits: oranges, grapefruits, and pomegranates, all of which are basically the colors of Scarlet and Violet, obviously the names of the games. So Eclipse goes on to say that this post was ultimately created in fun, but it actually makes a lot of sense, and it's kind of funny to look at that maybe, just maybe, the Generation 9 of Pokemon games, Scarlet and Violet, took a tremendous amount of inspiration from the fast food restaurant, I shouldn't call it fast food, the restaurant chain Nandos. It's also worth noting that in Masuda's original tweet at the restaurant, he says, "I'm gonna see deer in Richmond Park from now on. I hope you can meet the deer." Perhaps he is referencing a new deer Pokemon that's gonna be taking place in Generation 9, or maybe he's talking about Weird Deer and how it was related to Pokemon Legends Arceus. I know some of this seems like a massive stretch, but there's a lot of coincidences here that may actually point to the fact that this served as some inspiration for these Pokemon titles. I found this to be fascinating, and I wanted to bring it to you guys because I really thought it was that good, talking about this idea that the potential of Generation 9 was actually created off of a chain restaurant called Nandos, which we don't have where I live, but I've heard about it, and I've heard they've got some sort of special sauce and all sorts of stuff, and I just thought it was very interesting. So props to Eclipse for compiling the thread. I thought I'd bring this to you guys because I thought it was so funny, dude, and actually could have been, like, realistically could have been the inspiration and the secret that Generation 9 is hiding. It was based off of a restaurant chain. Who even knows, man? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think there's any weight to this, or you think we're just really kind of stretching on this one? Hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And that's that for me, guys. My name is Dan. I also go by A-Drive, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.